Welcome back to another Rhythm Magazine drum lesson. It's Colin Woolway here with your entry-level lesson, and we are looking at odd time. Now, we're not going to talk about 3/4 today. Most people play in 4/4. 3/4 is another time signature that is odd in that 3 is an odd number, but in terms of playing, it's quite common. What's less common, what most people understand as odd time, is 5/8, 7/8, 9/8, that sort of thing. Now, just to explain very briefly and hopefully in a way you can understand, when I'm teaching time signatures, I use a very drummer-friendly method, which is if I'm counting hi-hat notes, it's very likely the time signature is something 8 because I'm playing 8 notes on the hi, or 8th notes on the hi-hat. If I'm counting bass drum and snare drum notes, then the time signature is likely something 4, with 4 as the bottom number. In this lesson, in my lesson, I'm going to deal with time signatures where I'm counting the hi-hat notes. So I'm going to count 5 hi-hat notes to the bar. So I'm saying that's 5/8. 5/8 notes to the bar. Now, this is much easier than you might think, providing you do 2 things. One is count, and the other is concentrate. Count and concentrate. So exercise 1, we're going to play a 5/8 beat, and I'm going to do this by subdividing the 5 into 3 and 2. So this is my 3, and this is my 2. So I'm going to play 3 and 2 and 3 and 2. Now, if you're not used to doing this and it feels odd, you must count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And my top tip to anyone doing this for the first time, do not, underlined capital letters, try any fills. Just keep that ticking over. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You will soon start to hear a rhythm on the bass drum that when you get good at this, you may start relying on. So what I'll do is I'll play this a little bit quicker. I'll drop the snare drum out and you can hear the rhythm that the bass drum's making. Now, that's not a 5/8 beat you'll find in many tunes, if any, for that matter, but it's a way of getting you into it. The 3 and the 2, the rhythm that the bass drum is making, this will be very important to you as you get better at this whole odd time thing. So there you go. Try that 5/8 beat. Try it slowly, try it quicker, move on to the right cymbal, but count and concentrate. Okay, that's 5/8. Now let's go on to example 2. Okay, so let's look at 7/8. So I'm counting 7/8 notes on the hi-hat. And I'm going to play a 7/8 groove divided into 4 and 3. Now, the 3 from the previous example was the 4, which I'm going to precede with, is simply. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's worth pointing out that this is not my invention. It is the method that I used to teach, but I'm not the only one that does this. You'll find as you go out into the big wide world of odd time that 7 is very commonly subdivided into 4 and 3 or 3 and 4. It's a very common way of doing it. 4 and 3 is the way I've heard most of the time when I'm playing in 7/8. So let's put that together anyway. Let's try a 4 and a 3, and again, as in example 1, listen to what the bass drum does. Again, I'll speed it up a bit and I'll take the snare drum away. Listen to the bass drum. Now that 4 gives you an opportunity to be a little bit more creative with the bass drum. I'll show you what I mean. I'm confidently putting a fill here by saying I've got, if I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, then I have 2 notes to put a fill in. I could go. If I can play 2 notes, I can play 4. See what I mean? But I'm strongly advising not to do that until you're really confident that you've got your 4 and your 3 ticking over nicely. Okay, that's 7/8. Let's move on to 9. Okay, in the wacky world of time signatures, 9 is one that seems to perplex a lot of people. So we're going to play 9/8 and we're going to subdivide a little more this time. We have a 4 and we have a 3 from the previous lesson. So we could have the 4 and the 3 will make 7. So we'll chuck a 2 on the end to make 9. Now you could say that 4 and 5 make 9, and I'd agree with that, in which case I'm going to use the 5 from example 1. The 5 was 3 and 2, so I'm going 4, 3, 2. 4 and 5 with the 5 subdivided to 3 and 2. Does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, as these get more complicated, I strongly advise you to count before you play. Every time you say the number 1, you place a slight emphasis on the number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that will start to give you a rhythm. Like we said in the previous examples, that's what your bass drum is going to do. Let's try it slowly. I'm playing the crash cymbal on beat 1 of the 9 just to make sure that I know where I am. Speed it up a wee bit. We'll go onto the cymbal and we'll go. We'll embellish the bass drum like we did in the previous example. Okay, get the idea? Make sure you're counting, make sure you've got your subdivisions correct, and then soon it will start to become more of a rhythm and you can ease up on the counting, but count and concentrate first to get it right. Right, nice little practice challenge coming up. Based in 9, so work on your 9 and then move on. Okay, so we're going to do the 9 from the previous example and we're going to put a fill in. And where I'm going to put the fill is at the 2 at the very end. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, fill. So I've got 2 beats to fill over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, fill and 1. Fill and what I mean? So I've got 2 beats, which could be 1, 2, or 1 and 2 and, or 1 and a 2 ander, and I'll use the kind of funky beat from the previous example. Do it a little bit slow, just so you make sure you can count along. Okay, believe it or not, I was counting. Doesn't look like I was, but I was. So there you go. There's some ideas to get you into playing in odd time signatures. Count and concentrate. Okay, see you later.